you're in for the best coaster in the world with Steel Vengeance. It's so great to get the park open, get our riders out on the ride. First hybrid coaster in the world, and I mean it's delivering an awesome ride experience.
So, I mean, this is opening day, but the ride's been, you know, giving people in for the past week. So, right. What have you been hearing?
Yeah, you know, the biggest reaction when people get off the ride is kind of they got to catch their breath first, and then it's like, what just happened kind of reaction. And I think that's all from the time it's in the structure. Because when the ride's in the structure, you kind of lose your bearings. You don't know if you're right side up, upside down, which direction you're going, and it makes for a really unique experience.
Yeah. So this is Cedar Point's first coaster by Rocky Mountain Construction. How was it working with them? Because I know a lot of people in the industry, you know, have been building these rides, and it was always like, well, when's Cedar Point going to get one? You know?
Rocky Mountain's awesome to work with. They're great partners. They're fun to work with, which is cool, and they're also not afraid, right? When we got started on this ride and we said, hey, we got to make it taller, and it's like, well, how much taller? It's got to be over 200 feet, and they weren't afraid, right? They wanted to get it done, and they had a lot of fun putting it together.
That's amazing. So obviously Cedar Point is the park, like, you know, when Cedar Point gets a new coaster, it's like, all right, well, how many records is it going to break? So was it that you guys said to Rocky Mountain, just have at it, or were you said, well, we're looking to break like these records? Like, what came first, like the layout or the records? You know,
it really happens at the same time. It's a total collaborative effort between our planning and design team, Rob Decker, the things that we want to see at the park, and then what Rocky Mountain has up their sleeve too, right? Because they have new things they want to try. They're looking for the right places to try it. So like the Twisted Snake Dive, you know, they hadn't been able to put that on a ride somewhere. They didn't have enough scale, so they were anxious to put that in here.
Yeah. So I know obviously this ride was under construction for a long time, like, so there was a lot of hype building up, and so there was always like people, you know, coming out and like, oh man, I can't wait for this thing to open. Would you say this is like Cedar Point's most anticipated ride, like maybe ever?
You know, for a long time, and I wasn't here when we opened Millennium Force or Dragster or even Magnum. I think anytime you have that new milestone, it's really anticipated. Throw in the RMC factor here. They've been so successful with their other rides. There was a lot of built-in excitement for that. So it's been a long time since we've had this much anticipation.
Yeah, for sure. So I just want to go through the ride experience a bit, because we've almost got like 2 rides built in one. Like the first half we got lots of drawn out moments, and the last bit, like the one everyone talked about, is that last course going through there. And like I know my first ride, that was the one thing I was like, wow, like it doesn't let up, you know? So talk to me about like wanting to pack in like as much as you can, you know, like really deliver on the ride experience.
Well, you know, it's a really long ride, but it doesn't slow down. It just keeps going, and it's relentless, and that's what we wanted with the ride. You didn't want it to be long and drawn out and boring, right? We wanted it to be just keep pushing, and it really does deliver that. The second half of the ride, to me, is more thrilling than the first half.
Cool. How many rides have you gotten on it by now?
I'm not one of those counter guys. I got a lot, and I got them early. So, but I lost track. I can't keep track. I got too many other coasters to keep track of here too. So
for sure. So I'll end with one last thing. And out of Cedar Point's coasters, what is your personal favorite, and where would you put this?
Yeah, you know, I think I've said this to a couple of people when they've asked. You know, it's like picking your favorite movie. You know, I got a favorite comedy and a favorite action, and I've got a bunch of different genres, and we have a lot of really unique ride experiences here. But I always said my favorite was Maverick. But right now, if I had one ride and could only do one ride, I'd do Steel Vengeance.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much, Jason. I really appreciate your time.
You got it, man.